Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7L today. Got another guild war for you guys. We're going up against the guild Hardcore, but before we jump into the matches, of course, we have our joke of the day. My dad built me a car entirely made of wood. It had wooden seats, wooden doors, a wooden steering wheel, wooden floors, and a wooden engine. Unfortunately, when I tried to start it, it wouldn't work. but then I bought a steel car with steel seats, steel doors, a steel steering wheel, steel floors, and a steel engine. It still wouldn't work. That was pretty good, yeah? Alright, but what we're going to do here is we're going to be going up against, I believe it was one of these teams here. Yes, here we go. So I thought this team would be quite interesting. We have a Ravi on defense. I'm going to bring in Spez because you guys have requested it. A lot of you have been loving the Sez teams, so we're gonna do the old Solitaria with Ahmed here. Ahmed with the skill null to help out in case the Aravi doesn't die, but she should with Spez having an attack buff and going in on her with the Solitaria's stun. But yeah, let's go through the stats because you guys want to see them. If you want to see a list of all of my unit stats, by the way, do check out my account overview video that was posted sometime last week. All of my unit stats are in there except Ahmed, which you can see here. Those are her stats. Alright, and the bottom team, we're actually going up against Senya, Shu, and Bellion. So Bellion's there to prevent us from cleaving, but that just makes Bologna all the better. Yeah, normally there's a really fast unit here, something like a Lua or a C. Lilius, but we're going to use Pilus and Rowana to help mitigate some damage and heal, and we have Bologna here to do most of the heavy lifting. I'm actually going to switch her over to my plus 30 Sigurd, just in case. It gives us a little bit more bulk and a little bit more damage, right? So let's go ahead and jump into this and see how it goes. I'm really excited for this first match here because... oh boy, Spez teams are the best teams. Now, my opponent's pretty fast actually, but you know what, we'll buff the Spez here. Yeah, that FCC is pretty decently fast. A little concerned, but let's see if we can at least stun the Aravi here. If we can, I think we're in a good position. She is on proof. Okay, there we go. She's on proof, and I'm pretty sure there's Aureus. But let's go in. We have an attack buff here. If we don't kill, then we're in big trouble. Oh, nice. We did get the kill. Spez. I didn't see how much damage that was. The damage numbers were kind of cut off on the screen, or I wasn't able to catch it there. But Spez inflicts extinction. So guess what? Aravi is out of the fight, and now Spez has basically free reign on this team. Oh, that's really exciting. Can't wait. Come on, Solitarian, we can stun this CC right here. Already got the speed down. Can we get the stun? No. But let's see if we can go with Spez. Oh, nice, we do get the stun there. It isn't quite enough, because Spez had to lap, but we couldn't. But let's see if Solitaria can do this. Oh, very nice. The Abyssal Crown kicking in. Oh, we stunned the maid too. I think we go for the FCC here, right? Let's go for her. Yeah, there we go. No attack buff, 33,000 damage. Now that is pretty nice, right? Okay, let us go for a attack buff on Spez again, and hopefully Solitaire will be able to stun the maid after she takes the turn. Okay, because we do have our S3 up, so let's go for it. If we can stun here, Spez is going to have a back-to-back-to-back one-shot. Oh, there we go. Now let's see how much damage we do here. Oh, absolutely beautiful. 56,000 damage. Wow. I'm having so much fun with Ahmed and Spez. It's almost as if she's like perfectly made for him, right? It's insane. Okay, who do I go for? I'm gonna go for the, let's go for Bellion. If she counters, I don't really care. I just want the immunity buff from my S1, so we don't get provoked by the Bellion or the Senya. That's really the main thing. Alright, these AoEs are going to help quite a bit because Bellona will be gaining her stacks of her fighting spirit. Right, and Bellona will always be critting, so the anti-crit buff doesn't really matter here. What I do want to do is let's try provoking the Bellion. Oh, there we go, she countered. Exactly what we're looking for, some healing and just additional fighting spirit for the Bellona. Alright, there we go, stripping the buff from the Senya there. Quite nice, no counter buff, which is always good. But I'll pop the S3 to get some healing. Let's make sure we're topped off. There we go. Now Bellona's blinded, which is unfortunate. So I'm not going to pop my S3 just yet, but yeah, because we can miss. But Bellona, ooh, nice. She's going to get cleansed because of Stella Harpa on Rowana. A little bit of a counter attack, and now I think we're good to pop our S3. I'm just going to proc the counter from Bellion again and push our team up. Okay, ooh, look at that. Extra hit from the Senya here. Wow, actually, Bellion's going to be taking herself out here. Very nice. Alright, and we have our S3, so let's go in on the Shu, because Senya's a unit that really can't solo the team. Shu's the one that's the biggest threat in terms of damage. Alright, and there we go. So now it is just a battle between the Senya and my Bellona, and I believe we're going to win every single time here, because we have immunity, we won't get provoked. The most annoying thing about Senya is if she's built with effectiveness, she can, with her counter buff, provoke lock your entire team over and over, right? Unless you 15%, but we know that almost never happens on the left side. Alright, let's see if this finishes her off. Not quite, but this will. There we go. Very, very nice. Very clean matches, both of them, right? We got Spez, we got Bellona. It's actually quite fitting because they're both from the same little group in the lore, in the story, right? Not the ML versions, but, you know, the regular ones. Alright, so for our second match, we're going to be going into the mid section yet again. As you can see, the match from before, our guildmate took it down. Actually, a good friend of mine, Asperia. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and use our second attack on Killer Blood here, and this is an interesting team. Now, the reason I specifically want to go after this tower is, well, I have to go for a small tower at this point. All the three main forts are down, but we have Sylvan Sage Vivian on the other side, and you know what that means? That means Ahmed is going to be attack buffing and pushing up Penelope. That's right. Penelope actually has full resource reduction on the target before attacking them, and then they'll be able to essentially one-shot, hopefully one-shot, the Sylvan Sage Vivian there. So, gonna be very exciting to use her. I've used her a couple times in the past, but not many chances come up to use her against units like her, right? So there's my Landy to push up. So Ahmed's going to push up the team. Penelope is going to get pushed back by C. Lilius a little bit, but Ahmed can cleanse it. Landy's going to push up Penelope just a little bit more, and we'll hopefully be able to take the turn before Sylvan Sage Vivian and do our shenanigans. For the bottom team here, I decided to go for another pretty fun team. We have Araz for some dual attacks, and he's going to be dual attacking with my Roy, who has the highest attack on my team. He's also holding Book to Soulburn himself, and we have Holly Eufine to push my team up. Now, I actually gave her a Guide to a Decision, which will help her out with pushing up CR readiness and giving her a barrier to help with maintaining her max health for that artifact effect. But our goal is to take out Celine as soon as possible. None of my units here have non-attack skills, so we won't proc her. And we'll take her out, and then we'll use Roy and hopefully proc the Bryceria, and then we will be good to go. If FCC goes before my Hufine, she will be able to AoE attack buff and then push up the Roy as well. So we'll be able to break all the skill nullifiers, and we won't have to worry about my opponents essentially wasting one of Roy's hits. Actually, it seems Lilius is slower than my team, so a little unfortunate, but we will just go with it. I am going to push up, and I'm going to attack buff the Penelope. At least we have our skill nullifier, which is going to be quite nice. Unfortunately, the Lilius going after means that she will be kind of stripping, but that's okay. So watch this. We can actually go for an S2, but we're not going to. The S2 essentially just cleanses debuffs. It decreases duration, and it grants an extra turn and a barrier. But let us just go into the Vivian. Oh yeah, and look at that. She can one-shot Vivian very, very easily. Unfortunately, there's not like a sick animation for Penelope here. But she gets the job done, and she is stealthed, so that is quite nice. We still have our skill null, so the Dilibet cannot deal damage to us, can't break us out of stealth, although it did reset us by a turn, but it should be fine. The skill null is keeping us very nice and healthy here. Now, because we got reset, we can't use her S2 to grant the extra turn to cycle out the attack down, but let's just go for an S1 onto the C. Lilius. And Landy will actually be able to pop another S3, which is good because we get the speed buff back for everybody. The unfortunate thing is, see Lilius, yeah, she's going to be attacking the Penelope, and down she goes. That is kind of why I also have my Landy here. She will be very good for helping me hopefully not lose this. I have a feeling that we might lose this, actually. If Dilibet takes down my Ahmed here. But we do get skill null again, and I do get to grant the attack buff to Landy, which is kind of huge. Okay, so let's go for the S1 here. Oh yeah, with the attack buff we're able to lap easy peasy now, because Dilibet can break the skill null, and I think we've got this. Right, yeah, because we can soul burn this and take an extra turn. So with that extra turn, we should be able to finish her off with an S1, and there we go. Unfortunately, had to lose Penelope along the way, but she did her job, and it was quite a nice showcase. Oh, but this is a little awkward here. So, again, the FCC is slower than I anticipated. But look, we can still pop our S3, increase the attack of all allies for 2 turns, and increases their combat readiness. So giving the Roy the attack buff is going to be fantastic for his damage output. Usually you'd want someone like a DN or something to attack buff him, and grant him barriers and stuff on subsequent turns. But this is going to work out just fine. I'm going to go for the S2 onto Celine. Okay, there we go. And I think what I'll do is I'll just soul burn into the Bryceria, and I'll pop the S3. This should take down the Celine, right? And Roy does attack buff himself on his S3, so there we go, replenishing that damage. Oh, look at that, FCC getting taken down to just 4k HP, insane. Okay, Hufine is doing pretty good with Guide to a Decision. Briarwitch is going to do a number here, though. There we go. We are unbuffable now on the Hufine, but we do have the AoE attack, which will break all the skill nulls, fortunately. And what I'll do is I'll go for the S1 on Briar. Oh, we didn't strip, unfortunately. But we do have an extra hit here. Let's go for the Briarwitch so we can heal. There we go. So now we are life-stealed back up. Unfortunately, Roz can't proc his barrier onto Roy because he does have the unbuffable on him. But I think we're clear of all danger at this point. And now we get to see Roy finish things off. There you have it. Right? 2 units that you hardly get to see me use, but Penelope and Roy showing that they do have what it takes in the right situations still. Okay, and now for the final battle, we're going to be going for the Stronghold, and it looks like their teams are going to be quite interesting. Well, not the first one. Actually, neither of them. You've seen these before, but I'm saying they're quite interesting because I want to test out Spez in the second comp. I want to try to extinct the Meru, I want to try to control the Rimuru with Solitaria, and of course Ahmed's skill null will help us protect ourselves from magical friends. hopefully, fingers crossed. The first team, though, I actually want to switch things up a little. We've been using Bologna for so many matches, and I want to go back to some Lionheart action and see what she can do. I know you guys are not tired of Bologna yet. You still want to see more. But let's shake things up, right? This video has already been pretty good in terms of variety of units being showcased, but well, of course, with Spez being like the constant between everything, right? The good thing about Lionheart against Lua is that Lionheart has no cooldowns on her skills. She's just based on her fighting spirit. Oh, and here you see we get a proc here. Very, very nice. And now it's going to be Shu's turn, but we're not really all too worried. The Lionheart has lifesteal, she will be able to heal up. So I think we're sitting in a pretty decent position right now. I will be popping the heal, though, to keep Pylus topped off. Alright, there we go. And Lua is still stealth, so what I'll go for is I'll hit the Shu, but she's going to counter. We don't actually get to strip anything. No defense break, very nice. Got a counter attack. Nice provoke. Okay, so now Lionheart is ready to go. Let's go ahead and pop our S3 here. Pylus also synergizes quite well with Lionheart because sometimes you won't have the defense buff on Lionheart from her own procs, and Pylus will actually help you replenish that defense buff. But ooh, look at this. This Senya built with some effectiveness, provoking the Lionheart even with a resist buff. So we're going to be attacking into her, and she's going to be countering again, and we're going to be able to proc the proc her skill there. So for the Lua, I actually want to provoke her to make sure that she doesn't do her S2, S3 shenanigans again. Alright, we'll try to chip her down here. Wait for Lionheart to take the other turn. Thankfully resisted that one, so let's go for the S3 again. Alright, Lionheart, again, is another very consistent character, along with Bologna, into these types of teams. So if you have either one of them, your life's going to be pretty easy. Right, the only thing is that you have to go up against anti-crit buffs, and that's kind of a pain to deal with, as you can see. Bologna just offers that consistency versus these types of teams. We're going to keep going into the Shu, though. I don't really care if she counters. My units are tanky enough to be able to withstand these hits, and, you know, Rowanna's healing, Pylus' damage reduction from counters and extra attacks helps sustain everybody. Okay, so Lionheart is going to take another turn, and we're just, again, just let it rip. There we go. And Senya actually gets crit here, and she lost her counter buff, so that is perfect. Alright. Now we got this team, which I'm quite excited for. Hopefully this Rimuru doesn't resist my Solitaria. Let's go ahead and put the attack buff on Spez yet again. I'm going to try to finish off Rimuru first. I think he's going to be the biggest pain to deal with. So I'm going to hope that this strips the immunity. It does. Didn't get 15% on that front, so it's a double 15% check. Can we get this stun? We do get the stun, but look at that magic for friends ripping through and getting rid of my swift action buff, I believe. Okay, let's go for this though. Hopefully we kill. Oh yeah, was there ever a doubt? Okay, Spez does go into stealth, but he's going to get knocked out of it, unfortunately. And he will be the target of Meru's attacks, although she is AoE, but he does have the lowest percentage of health right now. Ooh, we're looking really low. Okay, let us try to go for a stun on the Meru. She got speed down, which is decent. But can I get some stuns? No, unbuffable stun on the FCC. Can I go for this? Let's go for an Soulburn S2. Nice, we got the stun on the Meru. That is fantastic. So let's go ahead and extinct her. I guess after Solitaria gets her say here. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, Spez, it is time. Look at that. The extinction coming into play yet again. Meru can't revive. And we get another shot at this FCC, so go for the buff. We're gonna S3 the Spez, give him the attack buff. And then Solitaria should cycle back into her stun. So let's pop that S3. Okay, now Spez can do his thing once more. It is so satisfying. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And there you have it. Spez taking over the Guild Wars and just grabbing everybody, right? Hopefully you guys enjoyed all of the units that were showcased. Let me know what unit you want to see in the comment section down below. Now, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to use them all the time, but I'll try to squeeze them in if possible. With that being said, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more Epic 7 content, and leave a comment down below letting me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.